My male wore a wedding dress to my wedding, so I had her escorted out during her son's speech about what a perfect mother she is. I knew Sharon would try something. She'd already called me a phase at our engagement party and told everyone her son was settling, but a wedding dress, even I didn't see that coming. She walked in during cocktail hour wearing a full white ball gown, strapless cathedral train, a tiara, Anastasia Laffrischer. My aunt gasped so loud the bartender dropped a bottle. My maid of honor immediately texted me, "Code red, your male is in a faulting wedding dress." I was still getting photos done. By the time I arrived, Sharon was holding court, telling everyone how she'd always dreamed of wearing this dress to her baby's wedding. My husband James was nowhere to be found, hiding, probably. My wedding planner whispered, "Want me to handle this?" "Not yet," I said. "Let her have her moment," because I knew what was coming. James had insisted on giving a speech about his mother during the reception, how supportive she'd been, how she'd sacrificed everything for him. I'd read the speech. It was basically a Nobel Peace Prize nomination. The reception started. Sharon sat at the head table in her wedding dress, posing for every photo like she was the bride. My relatives were texting me nonstop. My dad offered to accidentally spill red wine. I told him to wait. Then came speech time. James stood up, clinked his glass, and began, "I want to take a moment to honor the most important woman in my life before I married Lucy." That was my cue. I nodded to security. My mother has always been there for me. She taught me what unconditional love means. "Ma'am, we need you to come with us." The room went silent. James stopped mid-sentence. Sharon's face went from confusion to rage as she realized what was happening. "This is my son's wedding, ma'am. The bride has requested you leave. Now." James looked at me in shock. "Lucy, what's happening?" I stood up, took the mic and said simply, "Your mother wore a wedding dress to our wedding. She's disrespected me for the last time. She can return when she's changed into appropriate attire." The room erupted. Half my family started clapping. Sharon screamed about lawsuits and manipulation. Security gently but firmly escorted her out, cathedral train dragging behind her. James stood frozen, his perfect mother speech crumpled in his hand. "You can finish your speech," I told him, "or we can start our marriage by setting boundaries, your choice." He looked at the door where his mother had just been removed, then at me in my actual wedding dress, then at the room full of guests recording everything on their phones. He set down the mic, walked over and kissed me. "I'm sorry, you were right." She crossed a line. Sharon spent 2 hours in the parking lot calling relatives, trying to get them to leave in protest. No one did. My new Sil actually brought her a pantsuit from the gift shop next door, but Sharon refused to change. She missed our first dance, the cake cutting, the bouquet toss, which I aimed directly at her empty chair. James's dad finally convinced her to go home around 10 p.m. The video went viral on XX. Bride kicks out male in wedding dress got 8 million views. Shem1 auto-tuned Sharon screaming, and it became a sound people use for their own male stories. Sharon hasn't spoken to me since. She tells everyone I ruined her baby's wedding. James corrects her every time. "No, Mom, you ruined it when you wore a wedding dress. We're expecting our first child now." Sharon doesn't know. She also doesn't know we've legally changed our last name to my maiden name, but she'll probably find out when the Escorted's update drops. My follower count is now higher than hers will ever be. Karma really does look good in white, just not